Hello possums, Dreymasmith here, AlphaCraft obviously. I've been doing some work on this place. I think it's just about done, I think. We'll have a quick look. So the map room, it's all lit. We've got space to make some extra maps. We've got a little study area. It's nothing too glamorous, but it'll do. I really wanted these lights across the top, but you can't place levers on stairs. So that's our little map room done. Not much progress, but you know. And if we come in here, the meeting room's done. Oh, I probably need some paintings on the walls. I'll get to that. And so all the crossbows and bows have been shifted in here. Little armoury in the middle of the town hall, should the need arise. And we've got the reception room, where if there's a debutante ball or something, the Debs can assemble here before they parade out. Same with a wedding party. And Claire Carter suggested that I make the ceiling sandstone, and oh, you were right, Claire, that looks so good. I don't know about these lights, but the ceiling's good. So quite simple in here. I still may add something extra, I don't know. Oh, I haven't lit this room. We'll put a lamp stand. I'll have to get a lantern for that. And we'll hang another lantern back here, I think. And that will do this room. And the only thing I've got to do is sort out these walls. I've tried putting lamps on that are a variation of this bit of the chandelier, but it all just looks weird. And I'm starting to think maybe just the dark patches on the walls aren't too much of a problem. So apart from 2 lamps in here, we're done. But there's one last thing. Now, when UK Granny Gamer suggested a town hall for maps and important papers, I asked if she wanted to be named mayor, and she said no. What she wanted was for me to have some sort of list or tribute to prominent suffragists. So I have made her town clerk, because I do think that's appropriate. It was a great idea, UK Granny Gamer, and I want people to know whose idea it was. But suffragists. Now, I tried all sorts of things. I tried statues outside. I tried plinths. I have 24 quartz pillars. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. In the end, I've done this. For every councillor going up to the council chambers, they're directly above us, they are walking past plaques with the names of prominent female suffragists from different parts of the world. Now, I thought maybe I'll do a 1 or 2 minute bio on each of them. Well, there's 23 of them, so you can work out how long that would take. So I'm just going to name them, say where they're from, and I urge you, go and find out about these women. They were really, really important in getting the vote for women, but also with extending women's rights in general, children's rights, attention to family in legislation. You know, you have everyone participate in a democracy, or you don't really have a democracy. So I started with Australia. We've got Catherine Helen Spence and Vida Goldstein. Catherine was from South Australia. This is before Australia was Australia. This is colonies. 1894, women got the vote in South Australia. We've got Margaret Tucker and Pearl Gibbs, who fought for Aboriginal women to have the vote. Aboriginal people didn't get the vote till 1967 and didn't get full equal treatment under electoral law in Australia till 1984. That is shameful. Margaret Tucker and Pearl Gibbs were 2 women amongst many who fought for the reinstatement of Aboriginal voting or the granting of Aboriginal voting, because it depended on states. I said I wasn't going to do bios. All right, we've got America up the stairs as we go around. Susan B. Anthony and Lucy Stone. And we've got Frances Ellen Watkins Harper and Ella Baker, who fought for the right for African American women to get the vote. and Mary Louise Batineau Baldwin and Zicala Sarr, who fought for the reinstatement of Native American women for vote. Then we've got New Zealand. Mary Teitai Mangakahia, and I apologise for my pronunciation of Maori names, and Rora Orbell fought for the right of Maori women to have the vote or have it reinstated. 1897 they achieved that, as opposed to 1893 for white or Pākehā women to get the vote. So Mary Muller and Kate Shepherd were big fighters for general female suffrage. Mary Teitai Mangakahia and Rora Orbell for Maori women's suffrage. Who have we got now? Canada. And big thanks to Stina Rose for helping me with some of these. Amelia Yeomans and Emily Stowe for general female suffrage. Viola Desmond and Mary Ann Shadd Carey, who fought for African American women to gain the vote. Anna Haslam fought for Irish women. I wanted a second Irish person. I couldn't find one. Bunny, can you help? And we got Annie Besant and Sylvia Pankhurst, who two of my favourite female suffragists. Sylvia's not the best known of the Pankhursts, but I like her. And she writes some amazing poetry and amazing prose. And Annie Besant didn't just fight for white propertied women to get the vote. She fought for every woman, and not just in Britain, but in all the British Empire. And that brings us round here to Mathulakshmi Reddy and Herabai Tata, who are two women who fought for the right of Indian women to get the vote. And Mathulakshmi Reddy was actually the first female legislator in India. So there we go, quick rundown of the history of the female suffragist movement, sort of. Some of it more fair and more swift than others. Some very slow. Okay, so what's left now? Oh, the landscaping, which I've been putting off and putting off and putting off. Oh, and... Oi! No walking on the lawn. Oh, they can walk on the lawn with impunity here, can't they? That's better. Keep off the grass. I am going to try now to at least do the Town Hall Gardens. I might switch to replay for this. That way you can't hear me muttering under my breath. Let's go. Now, before I show you the effect of all that, I'm off to spawn because there's something there I've been wanting to do for a while. I'll meet you over there. So here we are at the petting zoo. I fell in love with this place when I first saw it on Aletha's channel. I want a pet. I want a pet. But there's quite a lot to choose from. And they've all got stories. So I'm going to have a look through and see what we've got, and then I'll show you what I've chosen. Oh, there's the premium pets too. This is going to take me a little while. Okay, I've made a decision. I've got George, and if we have a look, George is 22, strength level of 8, favourite food mangoes, and occupation jungle guide. So I've got to get some money. Diamonds. I've got to go get some diamonds. It's 10. And we'll grab the receipt and we'll take George home. Oh, and I need some extra for... oh, there's no kennels left. Here we go. I was quite interested in Violet, But Violet only has Crystal's book. So that's a bit of an issue. Where's George's receipt? There's George's receipt, and there's the 10 diamonds. There we go. So I'm going to take George home and we're going to get George set up. George is a pet for my elves. So there we are. George is in with Snicker and Cookie Doodle and seems quite happy just hanging from the shelves and jumping around. And he's promised to be very good and not sit on the counters. So we might put his book and receipts in here. There we are. Snickerdoodle and Cookie have got their own pet. Lovely. So now I've got to show you, whoops, what I've done. So we may as well start with the town hall first. Typical, slightly soulless municipal gardening. So we've just got box hedges and rows of flowers and the odd tree and straight paths, and very, very easy to bring the mower in and just mow it and maintain it. Because, you know, but it doesn't look too bad. And if we come around here, right, this is the path to the side entrance. But also if municipal workers need to sit somewhere and have lunch or morning tea or just a break, they've got this little garden space here. So we'll go along this way. And what's next? Oh yeah, down here. I just finished the road past the posh houses. And gave them a little back alley before they get into open fields. Over to the quarry next. Now I'm not going to do my usual thing of taking the little side alley. We'll go round to the front entrance. Because we actually do have a front entrance now. So brick walls with granite to tie in with most of the other factory buildings. And I've made a path that goes up to the storehouse for all the stone. No other changes in here. But the entire factory complex now has a wall, as you saw in the time lapse. And we've got paths. And I still haven't sorted out the lighting. Some of these places I'm not going to worry too much if they're dark. You know, you shouldn't go poking around factories at night when it's dark. It's not safe. So this is the mine entrance. That's the entrance to the mine head and to the winding engine. And I've put lamps in along here. This is actually all well lit. Part of the main streetscape. This I may just rip out the torches, and if you encounter greeblies at night, well, consider them the caretaker. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just get rid of these. Hang on. There, that's done. Caretaker mode enabled. So if we come round to here, I have finally completed the little path that goes from the lumberyard and the brickyard and the mine and the little caretaker's hut, because that's what this is. And look, there's hardly anything in it. I've still got to fix the floor. I'll do that. But little caretaker's hut and the path round to the back entrance to the XP factory. Well, that's taken me long enough. And then, oh, and we've got gates on these, but they're open at the moment. Let's run round here. And this is the path to the bamboo farm and also through to the train yard. Finally, that's done too. So not a huge amount of landscaping, not earth-shattering, but it was all the little stuff that needed to be done, the slightly grindy stuff that I've put off and put off and put off. And it's done! Yay! Sorry, just a little bit happy. But what I'm really happy about is finally finishing the town hall, including the dodgy municipal landscaping. So thank you, UK Granny Gamer, not just for the suggestion of the town hall, but also for putting me onto Liverpool Town Hall and the beautiful way they have done their interiors. I'm pretty much done here. There's just a couple of things to finish up, which we'll deal with next time. But in the meantime, why don't you have a look at the video that's linked on the end screen right now? And while you're watching that, I'll go get ready for next time. Bye.